Welcome everybody for our ceremony to mark the passing of our dearly beloved legislative bills. So first, a joyous funeral march around the Capitol block. Take it away.
Got it.
Every time I come to the State House, this is me, because I can never find parking, so I'm always walking at least half a mile.
And they left around.
Dear friends, family, and loved ones, we are gathered here today to pay our last respects for our dearly departed legislative bills. Yes, today we mourn, for we are sorrowful and we are angry. I know some of you were deeply connected to these bills, for these bills, noble in purpose, pure in intent, were born in the hearts of those who see the rising tides, feel the warming winds, and hear creation groan under the weight of greenhouse gases. Some of you were involved in their birth, tending to their every clause and comma. Many of you supported them through their journey from submission to committee assignments, to hearings, and ultimately for all, to being held for further study. You nurtured them with bold testimony and steadfast belief. You wrote letters, you made phone calls, you showed up time and time again, you showed up. You believed in them. You believed in a better future and saddened that they, like so many that have come before, have perished in an unheralded and untimely death. We are gathered here today to not let this passing go unmarked, for the death of these bills portend a catastrophic future for all of us. These bills, like so many others, were meant to turn the tide of oncoming rising temperatures and rising sea levels, of ecosystem collapse, and a quickening parade of hurricanes, wildfires, floods, and droughts, and of millions and millions of climate refugees thrown from their homes. join me now in a final farewell of our recently departed bills and a recognition of all that these bills would have accomplished.
I'm Will Naction from Climate Action Rhode Island, and I am here in memory of the Restricts Utility Use of Ratepayer Funds bill, which would prohibit utilities from using money they collect from ratepayers to fund lobbying, misinformation campaigns, and memberships in industry organizations that work against customer interests and a green future.
Good afternoon. Peter Trafton from ECRI, the Environment Council of Rhode Island, and I'm here in memory of the Green Amendment, which would confirm the constitutional rights equitably for all Rhode Islanders to a clean and healthy environment under trusteeship of the state. R.I.P.
Good evening. My name is Shannon McGrath, and I am a student at the University of Rhode Island. I am an Energy Fellow for Climate Action Rhode Island. I'm here today to mourn the bill, Zero Energy Capable Schools. Many Rhode Island schools still rely on outdated fossil fuels that increase both operating costs and emissions. Us students deserve a safe, efficient learning environment that doesn't compromise our future or our health.
I'm Greg Garrett. I'm with ProsperityForRI.com. I'm here today to mourn the bills 6020, and a Senate bill, the companion, that would have funded RIPTA. We needed $32 million in a $1 billion budget, and they gave us less than half. It is like the state has decided that they're going to kill RIPTA just slowly, and it will be a very painful death.
I'm Elizabeth from Climate Action Rhode Island, and I'm here in memory of the Technological Grid Enhancement Bill, which would deploy modern technologies to get the most out of our electric grid to further the transition to clean energy.
My name is Corinna Barbara. I'm here to mourn the death of the High Heat Waste Facility Act, which would have prohibited any new such facilities in Rhode Island. These facilities produce greenhouse gas emissions and toxic pollutants. They also use a lot of energy. They're bad for the environment, bad for the climate, and bad for public health. Despite this, Friends of Petrochemical Industry try every year to set up licenses for these facilities. This bill would have prevented that. But the bill died, and Rhode Islanders are now vulnerable.
My name is Amanda from Green Energy Consumers Alliance, and I am here in memory of the offshore wind procurement bill, which would have required Rhode Island to procure 1,200 megawatts of offshore wind by 2029. This would have produced enough clean power to meet over half of Rhode Island's projected electricity needs by 2033. It would have created high-quality union jobs. It would have benefited our local economy. It would have protected us from fossil fuel price volatility, and it would have helped us reduce our emissions in line with the Act on Climate.
Hi, I'm Diane from Climate Action Rhode Island. I'm here in memory of the Percentage Income Payment Plan, or PIP, which would prevent low-income Rhode Islanders
from having to choose between paying for food or shelter or gas and electric services. This bill would have helped to prevent homelessness.
I'm Jim from Climate Action Rhode Island, and I'm here today in memory of the Thermal Energy Networks bill, which would have established pilot projects for thermal energy networks, which should be tomorrow's replacement for today's methane-leaking urban energy, fossil fuels energy infrastructure. Thank you.
I'm Lev, I'm with Indivisible, and I'm here with Climate Action Rhode Island today to mourn the death of H5161 and to stand in memory of the Public Ownership of Utility Studies Bill, which would have created a commission to study the benefits and costs of transitioning from an investor-owned utility to a publicly owned utility that was responsive to the needs of the consumers of Rhode Island.
My name is Christian Roseland, and I'm here with Climate Action Rhode Island. I'm here to mourn the passing of S338, which would have created a carbon cap and dividend program for the state of Rhode Island.
Hello, my name is Madeline Smeaton, and I am here with Climate Action Rhode Island. And I am here in memory of the PUC Intervenor Support Bill, which would have given community members the resources to be meaningfully involved in making energy decisions at the Public Utilities Commission that affect all Rhode Islanders.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm here with Climate Action RI. I'm here in memory of the Climate Superfund Act, also called Make Polluters Pay, which would hold fossil fuel companies responsible for the environmental damages caused by their products. These profits from fossil fuel companies would then be used to help Rhode Island pay for repair and resiliency expenses.
I'm David Brunetti of Climate Action Rhode Island. I'm here in memory of the Clean Heat Standard Bill, which would have guided our state to developing expectations and incentives for a gradual energy systems transition. Its dynamic, target-based approach would ease our way to renewable energy in the building energy sector. Rest in peace.
My name is David Morales, and I'm a state representative in Providence, and I'm here to mourn the lack of passage for the rideshare surcharge bill that would have provided tens of millions of dollars in funding to RIPTA, our public transportation system.
I'm Emily Totten from Climate Action Rhode Island, and I'm here in memory of the Building Decarbonization Bill, which if passed would have required large buildings to report their energy usage and eventually take accountability for their own emissions. It would have also ensured that new construction be all electric, setting us up for freedom from fossil fuel dependency. This bill was CARI's and the environmental community's top priority this legislative session. It was a low-cost, achievable investment that other states have already done. This is the fourth year in a row that this bill went tragically missing between its supporters and the governor's office. I hope next year we can bring this bill back from the dead while there's still enough Rhode Island above sea level left to save. Thank you.
Now let us take a moment of silence in remembrance of all these bills. Dear brothers and sisters, we must face this defeat fully and directly. We cannot, in our grief, look away from the frightening power of ignorance and denial, of greed and political expediency, of hypocrisy and backroom deals, and of Rhode Island's shamefully undemocratic legislative process. We must acknowledge the unchecked power of Rhode Island's secular trinity of politics, the Speaker of the House, the President of the Senate, and the Governor. These forces have won the day, but we cannot let them win tomorrow. For passing bills is possible, and we have evidence of this here today. Behold the net metering bill. This one bill that survived this spring's carnage, this one bill that passed the House, and then in this instance, the Senate awakened and gave its best blessing to the House bill on the very last day of the session. In celebration, the decarb bill, net metering.
Thank you. My name is Joel Gates. I'm from Climate Action Rhode Island. And if you can't tell what is in front of you, the art is not my first project. So maybe if I hold this up, you can tell what this is. And it also has my speech on the back. So, since we're trying to go all electric, we don't need that stinking chimney anymore. Anyway, so yes, I am the net metering bill. Survived when all others perished, and with the governor's signature, we'll make it into law. Thank you all for your support. Let me tell you what I will do. I will eliminate restrictions on the size of a consumer's solar system. Previously, the utility could limit the size of a solar array based on your past electrical usage. Now, you can install as many solar panels as you are able. Well, up to 25 kilowatts, which is a lot. Many Rhode Islanders want to go all electric, but perhaps aren't able to do it all right away. Now you can oversize your solar array. So in the future, when you add an EV or switch to heat pumps, your solar system will produce enough electricity to meet your increased energy demand. Now you can fill your roofs with solar. Aren't I great? And now is the time to go solar before the federal tax credits disappear. Boo, yes. Thank you very much.
In celebration of this success, raise your voices and join me now in saying hallelujah. 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 To achieve more such victories, we must spread the word of science, a science that understands our natural world and our climate, a science that informs our actions and combined with our dedication to a fair and just transition for all leads to our righteous efforts. For I have deep faith in this science, and I know you do also. Let me hear your testimony. Raise your voices again. Do you believe in climate science? Yes. We believe. Do you believe in renewable energy? We believe. Do you believe in a just transition for all? We believe. Brothers and sisters, I do not have clear answers for you and for this moment, for there are no simple answers. I do believe we must keep working to mobilize our fellow citizens. We must turn out our neighbors, our co-workers, our friends, and our family members. For I have faith that many, I say most, do believe in the urgency of climate change, but are easily distracted. I do believe that many want to join our fellowship and take bold action to bring forth a cleaner, safer, and cooler tomorrow. We must corral our grief our frustration, and our anger, for I am angry. But we must not lose hope, as there is so much at stake. We know that renewable energy is ready, that costs have fallen and will continue to fall, and that if we can bring this message to others, we will win the day, we will win tomorrow. My brothers and sisters, go therefore and care for yourselves. Rest, not in resignation, but in preparation to rejoin the battle when the time is ripe, in fellowship with each other, and with renewed energy and creativity. For we will speak truth to power, we will write again, testify again, rally again, and yes, we will legislate again. To all, and in climate fellowship and in solidarity, go in peace.